for active range of motion of the shoulder, you can choose to do it with your patient sitting up or lying down on their back. For the athletic population, I prefer to do it sitting up, because then for flexion and abduction, they're doing it against gravity the entire time, which is what is needed to play sports. So we're gonna start with flexion. So we're gonna ask the patient to bring their hand forward and to bring it as high as possible, and then bring it down, and then on their side, and then bring it as high as possible for abduction, and then bring it down. And then we can assess external and internal rotation with 0 degree of flexion. So we ask them to keep their elbow close to their trunk and bring their hand out as much as possible, and then in as much as possible for internal rotation. And then we can do the same thing with 90 degrees of abduction, and then ask them to bring their hand up as much as possible and down as much as possible, and we observe how the entire shoulder complex move. Then for extension, we're going to ask them to bring their elbow back as much as possible, and then that's fine. And then for abduction, if they can touch their body with their arm, it's enough, but we can also ask them to see if they can cross over like this to see if they have 10 to 15 degrees of adduction.